If you're new to this channel, we're James and Sarah, also known as The Whole World or Nothing.
We used to be full-time backpackers, exploring the world and writing about our travels on our blog.
And then the world changed.
We got repatriated from Peru and found ourselves back in the UK at a loose end. So we decided to do a van conversion.
Make sure you hit subscribe now so you can join us in this series as we share the highs and many lows of converting an old Mercedes Sprinter panel van into our dream home on wheels. At the minute, the situation in Europe and the UK is that things are starting to open up a bit. We're not actually allowed to travel around and stay overnight somewhere in the UK as of yet, but that's hopefully going to be changing within the next few weeks. So we've been starting to think about what we're going to do because we travel for a living. It's not an option, or an option that we want to stay put in the same place. So we've been having to think about things and we have decided to buy a van. Hiya, I'm just calling to inquire about any Mercedes Sprinters that you've got in. I'm looking for one probably 2013-14, as close to 100,000 miles as possible, and yeah, just in a good condition.
Do you want it for a conversion, do you? Is that
Yeah.
Yeah, got a camper conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what everyone was saying about because no one can get on a plane, everyone's doing the same.
Yeah.
Even if you don't buy one off us, I say the same to everyone. Just buy a Sprinter, don't buy anything other than a Mercedes Sprinter.
Okay, well, it's a start.
Yep. Next place?
Yeah.
After putting ourselves through a crash course on everything we needed to know about buying a Mercedes Sprinter, we set to work calling every dealership in the country that was advertising a van which matched our requirements.
So how are you getting on?
Spoken to quite a few places, but not found exactly what we're looking for as of yet. It's so crazy, like the difference in customer service at different places. Like some people are really helpful, and other people's like, nah, get off the phone. Like,
I don't want you to buy my van.
yeah, like it's crazy. Got a couple of places calling us back. There's one down in Wales that looks quite promising. It's a good price, but it's in the garage at the minute having something done on it, and the guy doesn't know what. So
Well, that's concerning.
yeah, and then there's another one that's quite close by that we could go and look at, but it's right at the top end of our budget, and it's got quite high mileage.
Right.
But I don't know. There's loads and loads and loads that are like 2015, 2016 plates, but they're more than what we can spend, what our budget is.
Right. Okay.
So there's plenty around. It's just finding an older one that's in decent condition.
It wouldn't really be something we'd be able to find for you.
Over the budget that I'm looking at, to be honest.
Now the 16 plate one's all we've got.
When you say a few miles, how many would that be?
I think it's 160.
Okay, that's a bit over what I'm looking for.
It's just a bit of a shortage of vehicles at the moment, really. The vehicles are just doing that much money a minute. It's absolutely crazy. Everybody's really, really short stock, so all prices are through the roof.
Right.
Because everybody's kind of sold all the stuff, now they're wanting to replace it, and they can't replace it, so everything's doing like £1,000 more than it were doing before we went into this lockdown period.
Wow.
To be honest, I've done this 16 years on site, and I have never known anything like it. No, sorry, I can't help you there. What are you wanting it for? Is it like for the camper type job?
Yeah, it is.
That's another thing as well, because nobody's going away, everybody's decided I'm going to buy a big van and turn it into a camper. I sold a couple just to companies,
Yeah.
then all the rest of them were all to private people who just wanted to do camper job too.
Wow. Well, that gives us a good idea of the
What's going on?
what is going on, why we're struggling to find stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
Mhm.
Everyone's jumping on that camper van conversion bandwagon. If he gets 3 tomorrow, maybe we should buy them all.
I mean, my mum and dad have said it's alright for us to build one on drive, but I'm not sure they're going to wear 3.
I After a couple of days of trying to find a van that fit all of our requirements, and discovering that basically it didn't exist, we realised we were going to need to make some compromises.
As Mercedes Sprinters have a great reputation for running for hundreds of thousands of miles, we decided that our compromise would be to look at slightly higher mileage vans and got some encouraging results straight away.
We took it in part exchange from a customer who bought a Luton van from us.
Okay.
He bought this and then needed a Luton, so he'd had it about a year, but we've checked it all over and serviced it, so I'll send that information over as well.
Fantastic, okay.
Okay.
Great. Cheers for
Thanks,
that.
James.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Bye then.
Bye.
That was a bit more promising.
Is that the one?
Who knows? I mean, the mileage is a bit high for what we were originally looking for, but still alright, and value-wise, it seems pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's there, which is a bonus, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually got it.
Yeah.
Most of the adverts that we're calling already sold it, so...
Let's
Fingers
wait
crossed,
for the
eh?
email.
Yeah. So this is the first van that we're going to see. How are you feeling about it?
Nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah, but excited as well.
Okay.
Yeah. The bit that's making me nervous is it's a big purchase, isn't it? It's not like buying a TV or something.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've done a lot of research compared to, and know a lot more compared to what we did before. But I've never bought a van before. So
I've never even bought a car before.
feels like quite a big leap of faith, but also just really, really bloody excited because this could be it. This could be our freedom, literally like a white box of metal. Big deal, big day.
This is the first van that we've seen that's really kind of suitable, and unfortunately it is 3.5 hours away from where we're actually staying, so it's a pretty long drive to get there, and it's a really competitive market to get a van, particularly at the moment, because there's a lot of people doing these conversions. So when you see one that's decent, it generally means you have to go for it. So we decided just to get down as soon as possible, and we had to get up at about 5 o'clock this morning, I think it was, which, believe me, we're pretty out of practice at doing, so it didn't feel good. We're pretty knackered, but hopefully it's going to be worth it. As neither of us are experienced in the art of van buying, we spent quite a long time reading up on what to look out for when purchasing a second-hand van. So we checked the condition of the panelling to make sure it wasn't brand new, as that can be a sign that they're covering something up, and we peeked behind it to check for any rust or damage. We gave the cab the once over to make sure it was clean and tidy and had everything that we expected, and we checked the exterior for rust, inspected the tyres, and made sure the engine looked in decent nick. So we've had a good look around, it's actually looking pretty decent. Could be a goer.
So what are you thinking? Exactly, yeah. There's a couple of little bumps and scrapes, isn't there? But it's not a new van, so...
Exactly. Just what you'd expect.
There's no surprises, is there? No. So you're going to test drive it?
I think so. Take it for a spin.
So Jay's just taken a van for a test drive. I haven't gone because, you know, the virus situation. Obviously the guys had to go with him, so it would have meant 3 of us in the cab and me sitting quite close to the guy. So yeah, we're just gonna have to trust Jay's judgment on this. I mean, I wouldn't be driving it, so you would. Well, I could have driven it, but you would only get a feel for it, I guess, if you're the person driving it, not just sat there anyway. So yeah, such a big purchase, such a weird feeling. The thing is as well, if we're having it, we need to have it. Like, we don't have like the luxury of taken a few days to decide over it or anything like that, I don't think, just because of how the market's been. Like, we've been seeing loads that the advert's up and then it's sold before we've even got a chance to even call the place. So yeah, when it's in such a condition and the price is good, it's kind of like yes or no today. I mean, we could say no, or we could say we'll think about it for a few days, but we need to just be completely prepared in that case that it's not going to be here tomorrow. Oh, he's back anyway. Alright, so I've got an idea. So we don't influence each other's decision, I think we say at the same time. So this means yes, and this means no.
Okay.
I mean, obviously you've driven it, so you have a bit more of an insight into it.
Well, yeah, okay.
But are you ready on the count of 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. What? Why did you do that? Were you going to do that anyway? What? So you're saying no, are you?
No, I think yes. I think it's a good van.
I think yes as well.
So what the hell just happened?
Just bought a van, innit?
What?
Yeah. Pick it up next week.
Nice.
I know. We did it. I'm in shock a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, excited shock. Oh my gosh, we're doing it. Oh, feels good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Really good. Yeah.
The dealership told us that the van wasn't going to be ready for a week, so we took the opportunity to start fine-tuning our planning and ordering the first bits of stuff we needed to get started on the van conversion.
We've got our first van package. Do you know what it is?
Do I know what it is?
Yeah. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I order it?
No, I did.
Good start. Hope it's not valuable. Or breakable even.
Do you know what it is?
That looks like a plug. What is it?
It's a watt meter. So
Watt meter?
you said that we could accurately test what watts all our appliances are drawing, so that we know how big a system we need for the batteries and the solar panels and the whole shebang. So yeah, it's a really helpful piece of kit. Our first bit.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm quite excited. I'm going to plug something in.
After that, the deliveries just kept on coming and coming and coming. And they got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the trips to the hardware stores started. After a week of this, the sheer cost of the van build really started to hit home.
So what's upset you?
I'm trying to find a primer. I don't even know what it does. I think it like cleans the surface before you stick something to it.
Can we not use soap?
Maybe. I mean, we could try, but it's quite important stuff. This stuff that we're sticking that needs to be waterproof. So there's this primer that I'm trying to source, and it is a 250ml bottle, which is probably about that big, right? And it costs 40 quid. That's the cheapest I've seen.
What?
And people are charging like £15 for delivery of something that's that big.
No, come on.
Yeah, it's just outrageous. And everything's just adding up. I mean, we've not even got the van yet. And in the little spreadsheet that you put together, this tallying up our costs, we've already spent almost £3,500.
Yeah, it's got most of the electrical system in it, right? And the insulation.
It's got the electrical system, it's got the insulation, it's got some other bits and pieces, but that's not the point. It's rapidly adding up.
After a week of hemorrhaging money, it was finally time to go and pick our new van up. We signed the documents, paid the money, and that was it. We owned a bloody van.
How you feeling?
Pretty excited. We've done it. We're in it.
How's it feeling to drive?
It feels really good, yeah, it's nice. It's high up, so you can see quite a lot. And it feels pretty big, which means I feel like people need to get out of my way, you know, and bust the roads a bit. That excitement lasted all of about 45 minutes.
So instead of starting on the conversion straight away, we've now got another job that we need to attend to, because we were just driving back, all happy, singing on to radio, and there was a massive bang on the windscreen, and we've just got a massive chip. So that's great. Not even got it home yet.
I think you can probably see it there. It's massive. You have to get that fixed before it gets any bigger.
And then, as if to rub it in, the heavens opened. Maybe it was an omen of things to come.
Join us next time as our fledgling van life journey takes a turn for the worse when we discover problems with our van and the emotional roller coaster of transforming this empty Mercedes Sprinter van into a home begins. And don't forget to hit subscribe and click the bell button so you get notified every time we post a new episode.